I'm not going to tell anyone how I came about this footage. It's very, very sensitive stuff. It's classified, and I get in a lot of trouble for posting it, but I think it's important for people to know how the military tests its guidance systems on Tomahawks, Javelins, Patriot missile systems, all that, to ensure that weapon is going to go where it's supposed to go. They test it on this guy's hairline. This guy's hairline. This just fucking kills me, this guy.
As COVID-19 remains a major concern for business owners, the threat of a mass shooter is still also very real. One local bar getting Alice active shooting training, our Carla Byron got a first-hand look.
Gun. Staff at Vita Cantina Bar in Toledo is getting first-hand Alice active shooter training, which stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate.
Fall back on your training.
Toledo and Casey Aller started Alatur Security Consultants 2 months ago.
Literally quit my day job and started this company because I wanted to make a change in a positive and make this place a safer place.
He and his team customizes a safety plan for small and large businesses and municipalities in the event of an active shooter.
I believe all businesses, all bars, all restaurants, theaters should all have Alice training in place. In the event that something goes down, you can secure and make sure everybody's safe.
Remember the numbers 9, 26, 10, and the letters Y, M, A. That will be the way that I will reveal myself. I will not tell you exactly how that will be revealed to them, but it will. But as long as they remember the numbers 9, 26, 10, and the letters YMA, I will be able to verify that I am the Reaper, and we can move things forward so I can get over there and join the resistance, and we can make a positive effect and make Putin regret ever coming into Ukraine.
This is at Ehlers again, the guy that spent 24 days in the Marine Corps, the convicted child rapist, sex offender, pedophile guy, that guy there, and his wife, and the antics that they're up to with all these scams that they have been involved in. I don't know how they've gotten away with it. They're not getting away with it anymore. But this is a series of messages and texts that they have constructed between them, and have sent this off to various people. And that's where this all came in, the last video I did. You don't have to just dance and scream out loud, of trying to do this, trying to do that. You have to target the right people. And that's all this is. This was sent, all these things were sent out. The picture of him being blown up and just these things I'm going to post to certain people to pull in some money.
Back again, the Reaper here, teaching you some tactics that'll keep you alive and keep you safe while you're over there. So this one is, a lot of people don't know it, but one of the best improvised weapons of all time is a garrote. Basically, it can be, this right here is a rifle sling, but it can be a piece of paracord. I prefer a pottery cutter because it has 2 wooden handles you can fashion. So the way this works, have my guard come up here. This is again kind of a sneak attack thing. She's putting her hands up to protect her throat in a real situation that would not be a protected throat. But what you would do is you would come over, immediately put this over. Once it is over, you will turn your body and then back. Now, in a real fast motion, and I won't do it in a real fast motion, just because it will cause damage, severe damage to your trainee, but it comes over, turn, back. Now, if it's this, once you get them lifted off the ground, what you want to do, and they're back to back with you, is do a violent jerk forward. And that will cause maximum damage and put them out of the game, if not snap their neck.
Well, it's Sunday morning just before noon, and I'm going to give this Kurt child rapist Atlers a phone call. I've got his number, and it's always better if I don't call directly, as my name comes up on caller ID. So I text first and try to play to a greed card. It works out really well. Because if he does text me back, I'll immediately call at that point, and usually it's too late. They recognize the number, and that's it, and they'll just take the call. So I won't get into a texting game, but I play to the greed. I write, "Hello, KC." That's short for Kurt. That's what he goes by, KC, to get people away from searching his name and coming up with a rapist shit. "I would like to know if you travel to conduct ALICE training, and also an update on your work in Ukraine. I'm too old and fat for combat, but I can very much help financially if funding is still needed. Thank you." And he runs this stuff called ALICE training. It's active shooter. It's an acronym for active shooters in theaters and bars and wherever. And he's only got 24 days in the military, the Marine Corps. That's it. Let's see how long it takes him to reply back to that. Oof. Well, that took all of about 2 minutes. And he writes back, "Yes, my company travels to train companies. As for Ukraine, we are currently collecting donations for a humanitarian mission. We will be traveling to Ukraine in mid-May to deliver medical supply donations. Once there, we will spend 1 month renting large vehicles to get civilians that are trapped to safe zones or across to Poland."
Alator Security, how can I help you?
Hi, would this be Kurt?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm honored, flattered that you would take my call. I've seen some of the work that you do, and it's great with this active shooter stuff. There's nowhere that anyone's safe anymore. So how is that progressing?
It's going better now that kind of the pandemic parameters are lifting. Originally, when we launched the company, our goal was to really focus on getting companies and businesses all trained in ALICE training and active shooter scenarios.
And how long is your training for that?
Usually the training is a 3-day course. And it really kind of all depends on how much the participants are actually grasping the concepts and their skill levels with it. If I feel it needs to go another day, then I'll push it another day, just for the simple fact of, I want to make sure everybody has it ingrained in them in the event of emergency exactly what to do.
Oh, well, fantastic. And the outside of your travel and getting your food situation, things like that sorted out, rental vehicles, let's just say a 10-person, what would you be charging for someone to get them through that with 10 people if they are grasping it? Do you have any idea?
For ALICE training for 10 people, unfortunately right now I'm at my father's in Cleveland right now. I don't have my sheet in front of me. We would probably be looking at, hold on, let me work my calculator.
You can just
here.
Ballpark it would be fine.
All right, so you're looking at about $4,800 for a 10-man crew to be trained in this.
Oh, wow. That sounds pretty reasonable. And you never can be too safe out there. Do you have other instructors with you?
Yes, sir, I do.
And what is everyone's background? It was vague when I saw the WTOL news report.
Yeah, we kind of keep it lightweight vague just because we don't want people to get too intrusive and stuff. I know me personally, I did a short stint in the United States Marines, but most of my expertise and training more fall upon the private paramilitary sector along with security sectors. I even worked for Pinkerton for quite a while. That was years ago. But I've also been doing martial arts since I was 8 years old. So I'm also a 5th degree black belt.
I've always said that the 3 top professions for fake Navy SEALs are martial arts instructors, followed by firearms instructors, followed by dive instructors. And it's pretty self-explanatory of why they would say that, to get you to cough up some money and give it. The big problem I've always had with military phonies who are selling their bullshit, and especially Ehlers here, that is selling this ALICE training that he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He was kicked out of the Marine Corps after 24 days. He's a convicted child rapist shortly thereafter. He's been that. He can't get a job in law enforcement, no security contracting jobs overseas, no nothing. He is a nothing. And he is going in and teaching the bouncers. I guess that must be some kind of party bar with all those bouncers in there and all the staff, this insanely stupid Alice training that he is not qualified to teach in any way, shape, or form. And if you think about it, a gunman that is going into a bar, this is some of the most dangerous shit, going into a bar, a movie theater, anyhow, that dude is set to kill every fucking person in that thing. And he is a ball of twisted adrenaline going in there. He's not going in there like some limp-wristed Barney Fife. And you're teaching these guys to take a weapon away from him, disarm him, butt stroke him, throw him to the floor. Good fucking luck. Good luck and bad move on WTOL. The bar staff there and those bouncers did not know what they were getting into. WTOL in Ohio should have done a better job of investigating that total freak show moron who doesn't give a shit. He's just out for a buck. And I think it fucking sucks. And you and your instructors have the background to.
Yes, the instructors that we have working for the company have martial arts training, as well as years of security, and one was a former law enforcement, but he's on a consulting basis only. So he's not a full-time member of Alator, but we will definitely revert to him for advice on, up-to-date stuff that's coming out that we should be aware of.
Now, it looks like you went to Ukraine already. Is that true? How is it going there?
That I went to Ukraine already, sir?
Have you already gone to Ukraine, or this is just starting?
No, sir. We're in the process of attempting to put this together to be able to go over there and do a humanitarian operation. Oh,
it seemed like Madeline had you packing your bags. I thought you had already gone. That's an extensive gear list that you have there. So I thought you.
Yeah, originally, and I'm not going to lie, the knee-jerk reaction originally was that we definitely wanted to go over and get involved. I wanted to get involved in a more volunteer, like a lot of the other people are getting into fighting and stuff. Unfortunately, finances and stuff we weren't able to pull together. Cousin is a constitutional lawyer, and he was talking about the ramifications legally by getting involved in the fighting itself could cause. And after I heard his whole presentation, I was like, well, man, I want to do something, but I definitely don't want to break any international laws or get frowned upon in any kind of way by my government. So that's the reason why that kind of got bookshelved. And then we kind of kicked it around that we wanted to, my mother's side of the family is Ukrainian, and we kind of kicked it around that we wanted to definitely do something to assist. So that's when we decided to, especially with the amount of civilians that are trapped in tough areas, to go more along lines of humanitarian mission and go over there and try to help them get out of that area. In fact, we will not be carrying any arms when we go over there to help try to get them out of those areas.
Oh, I thought you were conducting. I saw something with Zelensky.
I'm sorry?
I saw something with you speaking to Zelensky about some operations conducting over there. Sounded pretty hardcore.
Sir. That must have been definitely a misunderstanding. I actually went to the Ukrainian embassy in Washington to talk to them, and that was on March 28th.
Oh, I'm sorry, I saw something on attention Ukrainian citizens. Was that I thought that was an address to Zelensky about hitting guys in the rear and commando operations and things like that, but that's not what you guys are up to?
No, sir. No, sir.
You know what I'm referring to, then?
I think I have an idea, but No, sir. We have no intention of doing anything like that whatsoever.
It was something about taking 100 guys or gals over there and training them up and then training the Ukrainians, and nothing like that?
No, sir.
How about that? But that was the attention Ukrainian citizens. That's your stuff?
I'm sorry, sir?
The attention Ukrainian citizens. That's your stuff?
I'm unaware of that, sir.
There was a series of videos done about the attention Ukrainian citizens and addressed to Zelensky, some knife disarming techniques. I thought that was perhaps you and your wife were doing those together.
No, sir. I'm unaware of. Sir, what company do you represent?
I'm just a private guy. My name's Don Shipley, and just looking over some of this stuff. I was asked to investigate. I run with some pretty high rollers, and thought I could reach out and help. Sorry
Yes, sir.
that.
No, I understand that, but I'm going to terminate this phone call now. Thank you, sir.
Oh, well, thank you. That's where he fucking knew right there. He knew right there.